The Smash Our Stash theme this month was ink. So let's see all the different projects that I managed to use ink on. Hey, it's Beth. Welcome. For the Smash Our Stash collaboration, we're starting off a brand new year, January 2025. And this month we are starting off with the theme of inks. So now you're not going to necessarily smash inks, but sometimes, unless we're making cards, sometimes ink is something we don't necessarily think about using. And the point of Smash Our Stash, if you're new around here, is to focus on using some of those easily hoarded or often forgotten items in our stash. So each month has a different theme or prompt. And like I said, this month the theme was ink. And so I managed to use ink in a few different ways on several different projects. I have several scrapbook layouts just because I'm still trying to get through my goal of scrapbooking 2018 photos. I missed it by the end of the year, but I am getting really close. So I should hopefully be able to finish this month. So I have some scrapbook layouts. This first one, I have a layout for each of my girls' pages. We just went downtown for a day, went to the museum, hung out on the riverfront. And on these layouts, I brought in stamped embellishments. So I rarely think to use stamps on a scrapbook page. And so I just decided to focus on some stamp sets that I don't use very often, that either had some like word phrases that worked or some images. So I have several stamp sets here. This is the Little Things by Simple Stories. This is a Kaiser Craft stamp set. All That Glitters. I think this one came to me in Happy Mail. And then this is a Close to My Heart stamp set. It says So Grateful. I don't know if I thrifted this one, so I don't know if it's in the right envelope or not, but it looks like it was either meant for scrapbooking or journaling or maybe memory journaling. So I stamped on some white cardstock with some black ink and then fussy cut everything out. And I just kind of kept it with the basic black and white just because my background was really bright. I tried to pull in the color that was in the majority of the photos. So this one focuses on Avery's yellow skirt on her dress. And this one kind of focused on that really deep pink that's in Ellie's dress. And again, it's just with the black and white, the title and the embellishments, they all just kind of pop. So that was one way I used ink on a layout. This one, I used a couple different grass stencil, or there's all around the stencil is like different grass shapes. And so I used two of the edges and kind of created a little grassy area that I could add some sunflower die cuts to. And I believe these came to me in Happy Mail as well, either that or in the die cut swap that my Facebook group did last year. And kind of created a little scene, a little frame for my photo. Every year, this one is just about the fact that every year I plant sunflowers in my garden, and every year the best sunflowers that I get are the volunteers, the ones that have come up from seeds from prior years. So that's what all of these sunflowers were. And then I just brought in some chipboard die cuts from Hobby Lobby. This one I went old school on. This was rock climbing. And so I remember back in the day when I first started scrapbooking, I had created rocks or mountains or dirt, like hills, things like that, by just taking cardstock and crumpling it up and then inking over the top of like the crevices or the creases that were made. So this time, this was a thicker cardstock. So I also spritzed it with water a couple times and then inked a couple times, kind of spread the ink a little bit and then let it dry flat. So that's what all of this is. And it's hard to tell, but it is kind of pieced together and torn just to kind of create like a little valley in the middle where my photo is. And then I also had some kind of rock cliff limestone-ish paper, if you will. And so I brought it in as well. And so I have it here kind of around my photo as part of the double matte. And then I brought it in here just to bring in some more depth and color. And then, but I tore it as well and then inked the edges with like one of the lighter tans I used on the gray rock part down here. And then I did the same thing on my tag that I did on the rock parts down here. And then inked around my little date piece as well. So old school, I channeled my early 2000s self and just used cardstock and ink to create my textured scene. So I have 3 of these, and so they're all kind of like slightly different based on how the ink took on the cardstock and like how well it crumpled and all of that. And then this one is also different too, because I had this die cut arrow in my stash, and I was like, oh, that's really cool because it kind of points like from the title to the photo, but I only had one of those. So that was fun. This took a long time though, a lot longer than I anticipated. I forgot how long it takes because you have dry time, and I kept fiddling with it to get it just right. And then I had recently done a video where I was working with the January 2025 Love from Lizzie kit. And in it, I used in the Let's Celebrate stamp set, there was this cool balloon bunch, and there's a stencil that goes where it helps you like color in each of or like all the different balloons and like in like 3 or 4 at a time so that you can get different colors everywhere. So I just did some basic ink blending with some distress oxides and colored that. And then while I had my distress oxides out, I also used the same stencil that also has some sentiments on it and used ink and my little blender brushes to create the happy birthday sentiments as well. And then the last one, it goes back to stamping, but on an unexpected surface. So I created these faux book stacks. So it's just wood that I painted white and then covered with scrapbook paper. I had this one piece, it was like a cut apart that I thought would make a great book cover. And so I kind of paired it with some other papers. Like this is actually a paper, like an aged white paper as well. And then I went with 2 different florals. And then for the spines of the book, I did some stamping. So this one is A Simple Life is a Beautiful Life. And then Imagine. And then this one is actually a rub-on. But I stamped with some Stays On ink in jet black. Let it dry really well, and then went over it with my Mod Podge, and I stamped it directly on the paper once it was on the block. And then, after it dried, I went over it with my Mod Podge and then my polyacrylic sealer like I always do. But I just wanted to make sure that the ink was really dry and wouldn't smear when I went to seal it up. So that was one. I really love this one. And this one's more of a vintage one. This is kind of like a vintage toile pattern that I had. This was actually a piece of ephemera that I just added on the top. But on this top book, I stamped Dreamer. And then this, I believe, was a rub-on, or rub-on letters, I think, that I used to create a title. So this one, I just stamped the top one. So that was fun. This had been in my head for a while, so I'm glad to finally have brought it to fruition. I got several scrapbook pages done and revisited a really old technique. So I didn't really do anything super fancy with the inks. Just tried to use inks in a different way than I would normally think to. I think in the past, a lot of times when ink has come up as a prompt, I like pre-stamp some sentiments or something. So I'm glad I went outside the box a little bit and tried something different. There is a playlist now for the Smash Our Stash collaboration. So it will be in the description box below. You can click on that and see all of the participants that are playing along this month and how they use inked and what they created with it. So be sure to click on that playlist. And as always, I thank you all so very much for your time and hope you all have a very crafty day.